Diesel and Steven, written by Sonic and the Dude 65. Diesel, the devious Steve, was mostly working on his own. After he was having trouble with goods, the engines asked if they needed help from him. He always doesn't work with the steam engines ever, because to him doing so was a diesel engine himself. One afternoon, Diesel was shunting the scrap train into the diesel works when a whistle brought to his attention. There was a red engine pulling the train of tow. This engine was painted red and yellow stripes on the side tanks, just like James. But this was different. It had a number 17 on its tender. To Diesel's surprise, he had never seen an engine like that before, but didn't care about it. Then the engine started turning at Diesel and smiled.
"Hello,"
said the engine silently, as he was about to say,
"Is this the right place of the diesel work?"
"Yes, this is the diesel works. Can't you not see that?"
Diesel snapped.
"And who are you anyway? And why did the Fat Controller send you here?"
"My name is Steven from the mainland, and I got a train for you. Where can I rest it? Unless if you want me to just leave it here and someone else pick it up?"
"Just leave the train and get out of here. I don't know why the Fat Controller sent you here for a reason. I'll put it into a siding."
Diesel asked. Diesel said as Steven was about to leave, leaving the train of tow. He wasn't sure that Steven had been so nice to him. Later that day, Diesel was at Knapford Yard picking up the scrap train to the ironworks, but he wasn't sure that if the Fat Controller sent another engine to help out with him. Just then, Thomas arrived with the mail car when he pulled up right beside him and looked very happy.
"Hello, Diesel,"
Thomas said, excited. Diesel was concerned.
"Did you see the new engine named Steven? He's from the mainland and he was coming to visit."
"So I've heard. He's just only for a visit. I know."
Diesel snapped crossly. This made Thomas concerned about Diesel's attitude.
"Jeez, Diesel, what's up with you and Steven all day? Can't you get along with him?"
"No, I can't get along with him, if you haven't noticed that."
Diesel snapped back as he was about to leave. Before Thomas could say anything, Diesel slunk away, dragging the scrap train with him, leaving the tank engine with a concern on his face. Even on Diesel's actions was not too good. Later on, Diesel arrived at the ironworks, starting the train into a siding. He was about to do so when...
"Hi, Diesel."
Ah!
Diesel had been watching his thoughts that he bashed into the buffers. Scrap metal and pieces tumbled off the cars. Steven had made him bash into the buffers. Diesel was very cross.
"Sorry to bother you, but I just got a message from the Fat Controller that we're taking the heavy cars to the mainland,"
said Steven. Diesel was even more cross until he had a plan.
"It was nice to offer for the help, Steve, but I've heard from the Fat Controller that you'll be working at Wellsworth with Edward. I'm sure he's waiting for you at the yard."
Now Steven was even concerned.
"Are you sure that he said that? I'm gonna ask him."
Oh, no, don't have to ask him. He's, busy with something."
"Oh, if he's busy with something, then I guess I'll make a way to Wellsworth then. Bye, Diesel."
As Steven was far away, now he can work by his own. With or without an engine to help him, Diesel could work in peace without Steven. At the harbor, he quickly buffered up the train, and Diesel slunk away, dragging the train behind him. Without an engine to help, could finally managing on his own. At Wellsworth, Edward was stood into a siding, filling up on water for his next shunting while Boko was away. When he finished, a peep came to his attention. It was Steven puffing into a siding and stopped. Edward was surprised. He wasn't expecting Steven to arrive here.
"Steven, I wasn't expecting you here. Why are you here anyway?"
"Oh, I was told by the Fat Controller, said I was sent work here."
"Oh, but the Fat Controller didn't tell me about it."
Now, Steven was the confused one.
But Diesel told me that he sent me there.
Did Diesel set that? He must have mistaken. I heard for the workmen that you and Diesel were taking the train to the mainland.
Wait, if Diesel didn't tell the truth and he was lying to me, then he must be pulling the heavy train.
He's going up Gordon's Hill and straight to Malon Station. Diesel wouldn't be able to stop in time.
Edward shouted as the two engines ran into the signal box to warn out the goods train. Later on, Diesel was panning onto Gordon's Hill with any amount of strength he had as soon as he reached the top of the hill.
Come on! Don't push yourself, you can do this, I know I can!
At last, he reached the top.
Hooray! I did it!
Then the cars finally saw their chance.
On!
They left. Diesel knew that the train was too heavy for him. Without an engine to help, Diesel knew he won't be able to stop in time.
Stop! Stop pushing me! We're going too fast!
Diesel cried. His driver applied the brakes as soon as possible. The cinnamon tried to warn the station master, but it was too late. The runaway train has gone. Soon Diesel passed through the station. Disaster lay ahead. Luckily, no one was hurt, but poor Diesel had tumbled off the rail and felt ashamed of himself.
This would have happened if you were with Steven on this. The Fat Control will not be pleased about this.
And he wasn't.
Well, Diesel, you want to prove that to Steven about doing stuff of your own. And you certainly did. I'm very disappointed in you, Diesel.
Diesel knew he was right and felt embarrassing.
Once this mess is clear, Diesel, you'll be sent to the Diesel Works to be repaired, and you could stay here until I trust you with trains again. And for that, you'll be shunting trucks at the Diesel Works for a while.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
With that, the Fat Controller walked away, leaving Diesel with a guilty look on his face. He wasn't sure that he'll never do that again. While Diesel was at the Diesel Works, the Fat Controller sent Steven and Edward to work at the smelters for Diesel's takeover. The Ironworks twins known Ari and Bert had stopped playing tricks and they worked together. So Diesel finally understood why steam engines and diesel engines working together